Hello again, guys. In our last video, I think we did the Ruined Dungeon. No, that was the video before last. What did we do in the last video? Oh, we did the Ancient Elven Ruins. So in this video, we're going to start on Dreadfell. And I haven't been to Ziggurar yet, so I'm going to check Ziggurar out. I'm going to go to all the shops and make sure we're not missing any nice infusions or artifacts or anything here before I go on to do Dreadfell. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty nice. Oh, and that one's pretty nice too. We're gonna buy both of these. I'm really glad I checked that out. Holy crap. Oh man. Okay. Place that one, and we will replace our wild infusion with this much better wild infusion. Magical and mental are way better to replace it with anyway, because cross-tier effects usually eat up the cross-tier effects will usually eat up physical wild infusions, making them kind of useless. I think there's some people trying to get that changed on the forums right now, but I don't know how that's going to pan out. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything else in town for us, at least that's going to be an improvement over what we're already using. Just those two infusions, which is really the main reason to go to Ziggurar if you have it available. The town of Ziggurar will not be available on any character who starts with a mana bar or gets a mana bar before their first trip to the world map. But if you gain a mana bar or gain arcane abilities, you can still go to the town. You just won't be able to join the faction. I don't know if you get special dialogue if you ever talk to Protector Missile or what. You probably... I don't know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I still want to do Mark of the Spellblaze, but I'm going to wait until we finish Dreadfell and maybe come back from the west, or come back from the east. These are all... Right, they're a little bit lower level than us. I wonder if we're at the edge of what Dreadfell scales to. It'd be nice if we over-leveled it a little bit. I don't know what Dreadfell scales to offhand. Maybe it does only scale up to level 30. That would be nice and pleasant, wouldn't it? Now I'm going to commit to trying not to have any deaths in here, if I can. That means I'm going to stay out of vaults and such. I can always come back and do vaults later on, if I really think there's going to be something worthwhile in there. But I'd like to get as far in the east as possible in this character. Okay, what did we get? Zonar, the Dwarven Steel Helm. That's alright. I'm not going to use it, but it's actually kind of terrible for a random artifact. There's a chest over here. Was that what I just opened? No. Yeah, okay. And nothing else, really. Okay. What am I wearing on my amulet slot? Am I wearing the neck guard? Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. Venom Drake Hatchling. Psy Blades. That means he's a summoner? So I'm not terribly worried about that. Summoners can actually get kind of rough at this level because their talents really start to scale well, but just means we need to be observant. Nothing too hard so far. The key here seems to just be taking our time. That daze effect is just really nice in these tight corridors where I can keep an enemy locked down. Ooh. Wow, just about blundered into that one. Alright, and that's the second floor, and again we didn't really find anything too great. Well, let me check. Yeah, nothing really too great here. Oh, we're moving really slow, which means there's probably a really big vault on this level. Apparently that'll be fixed in the next patch. Darkgod's making it so all enemies are asleep until you actually open the vault. When you move really slow like this, it means that somewhere on the level a vault is open. Or not a vault is open, a enemy in a vault is awake and trying to move. And because there's so many enemies on the map, and everything has to have a turn to move, it just takes forever. Oh, oh, oh. I think we got pulled into that one. It might have just been this room right here. There's a lot of enemies in this one. These are like little mini vaults in Dreadfell, and they're not like flagged as a vault. They don't give you a message when you try and open them or anything, but they can be pretty dangerous, so you really want to be careful with them. We have a little mini boss up there that we'll get to in just a second once we cleared all the other dangers from this room. Okay, this guy is a halfling slinger, I guess. He's really hard to hit. He has a heal ability. He has shields. He's a real pain in the butt. Somehow our Berserker got disabled again. That'll help a lot, yeah. I gotta remember not to let that thing fall off. In fact, I'm going to move it here so it's a little more front and center. Yeah, you also have to kill him twice because he's a skeleton. And he drops a hareskin sling pretty much every time you kill him. Apparently he's part of some small adventurer party that came down here with a magical staff they'd found in their adventurers, which is the Staff of Absorption that you get off the Master later on in the game. And you can actually run into all three members of the adventuring party. Whew. Teleport saved the day again. Now, in Dreadfell corridors, you're never really safe, even when you're behind a wall of enemies, because skeleton mages do not care about friendly fire at all. so they don't have any problem casting through big groups of enemies. You want to try and get as few enemies between you and them as possible. This is especially important later on when you fight the Master, because the Master has the same issue. He'll summon a bunch of skeleton mages in the middle of a corridor, and if you have 6 skeletal mages in a corridor and the Master right next to you, that's, 7 casters just wailing on you whenever their stuff comes off cooldown, so you gotta be really careful about that. The same goes, oddly enough, with Necromancer characters. It's been fixed a little bit over time, where they just cast a little bit less, so you don't seem to get killed quite as quickly, but it can be pretty brutal. Okay, what kind of vault is this? Oh, it's just an orc vault. That's not too bad. I can handle an orc vault. I know I said I wasn't going to do any of these, but I lied. Because I'm a liar. A lying liar who lies. Necromancer enemies will also cast through their allies, but that's mostly because their bolt spell doesn't do any damage to allies, only to enemy characters once they max it out. So, whoops, ran out of space. I haven't deleted any videos in like 6 days, so I just got a new hard drive. So those issues should be taken care of in the future, and we shouldn't have any more of those. What did I just pick up? I picked up something. Jagged blade. Oh, I think that's moon or star. It's not useful to us, so I'm not even going to really bother with it since it's only a tier 3. We can't even use it to upgrade our gloves. Okay, what do we have here? Probably nothing that is even worth the trouble. So I'm not going to bother with with picking up the boots, because I'm just going to summon a bunch of caster enemies and I'm not really sure I can survive. Really just a chance for some free experience. Oh, we have a level to spend. Let's see. I'm going to go for Perfect Strike, which I probably should have done a little bit sooner than I did. And I regret that I did not, because it's really nice. Yeah, there we go. And I can put that point back in spell save later on. Then let's just get one more point in combat accuracy, just for good measure. I don't want to run into a Dread Master down here and get killed, which has happened to me before quite a few times. I've lost more characters than I can count to Dread Masters. This happens sometimes. You just need to carve your way out. It's not really common in Dreadfell, but it will happen. Can also happen in Corpool and Raloran Camp, where you'll get segregated for most of the level. Or sometimes you'll only have one room, you just need to find an area where it connects. Okay, we have an escort here. We can no longer betray it because we have a rune on. Alright, we're going to leave off right here. We're going to pick up our next video and do the rest of Dreadfell. Thanks for watching.